Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and this indicator we're looking at here is called QuadZilla. Okay, and what this is showing here is this green background here on this momentum oscillator. So I think, although Bitcoin's had quite a big dump overnight, I think we're getting near a point where it might turn around. And part of the reason I'm thinking that is because here on the 1 hour time frame, we're actually starting to get a little bit of space here, which means that this convergence band, which is made of stochastics, this means that the asset is really oversold. Okay, so the sellers should get exhausted soon and the price should come back up. I'm sticking my balls on the line a little bit here with quite a lunatic trade here, although it is very small. Having said that, I have added some margin to the trade to push the liquidation price down to 113. So the trade is currently underwater by $9, but that is actually 52%. And I have got another order set down here at 114,849. I might even move that a bit lower actually. Well, to be honest, there isn't much support below here. So if we don't bounce now, it's all over. Although I suppose you could say that this level here is quite likely as well, 113,381, which would get me liquidated, wouldn't it? So what I might do is I might move this entry right down here. Please don't try this at home. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so it's starting to look a bit better now. So let's look at this on the 1 minute. Looking good now because of this red EMA. This is a 5 EMA. That is leading the way. So I think the prices are going to go up now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this one up to here and add that one to the trade. Okay, so we're currently 10% down, minus $2. Not too bad. Okay, so you can see now that these exponential moving averages, these EMAs, are in the order pretty much red, cyan, yellow, green. Now that means we've got a trend to the upside, but that's only on the 1 minute time frame. I want to see that on much higher time frames. So I'll just probably start with looking at like the 3 minute. The 3 minutes looking good because they're in the right order, and what we see now is the green cross over the yellow, and that is normally a very bullish sign. But yet again, it's a very small time frame, so you can't read too much into it. You can see here on the indicator it shades in this area here if it's looking bullish, so if it looks like the price is going to go up. So you can clearly see that there. Doesn't always work out though. For example here, it looked like they were coming together but they didn't. But now they did. So I want to see this continue like this. So the trade is now slightly in profit, just 3% in profit. Okay, so the price is moving up a little bit now. Now what I want to do is I want to protect this position a little bit just by putting a stop loss about here, but only for about half the amount. So let's say 115,812. So we can do that here. Partial 115,812, and I'm going to set that to close half the position. Okay, so you can see that stop loss there. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm looking at it on the 1 hour time frame here and then the 1 minute time frame here. So you can see what happens is, like, you know, it gets sort of excited, and then we get a bit of a red background here, and the oscillator comes down and it pulls back a little bit. But meanwhile, you know, here on the 1 hour time frame, everything's still looking pretty bullish. So I think at this point what I want to do is just go over to the trade itself and then just have a look at what I've got margin wise that I could free up. Now we're reasonably in profit. So let's have a look. So I'm going to reduce the margin. I can reduce it by 21.58 USDT. So I'm just going to reduce it by $21, right? And that will give us $21 to play with. Okay. And what I want to do is to have another little entry on one of these pullbacks. So for the moment, I'm just going to push that stop loss down a little bit to give it some breathing room. And then for the moment, I'm just going to put a buy order around about here, 115,959. So 115 959. I can use everything I've got left there. I want to open a long. Now I'm not sure it's going to get filled. This is looking quite bullish. Maybe I'll just move that up there a little bit. So when that fills, it's going to push my entry up a little bit, which isn't ideal, but and in fact it's starting to look pretty strong actually, so I think I'll just chuck this amount into the trade. So I'm going to do that by just cancelling the order, open a long, do that, cross my fingers. In fact, you should never do this, but might even just try and catch it as it comes back down. There you go. Right, so at this point now I need to move my stop loss into profit. Okay, so now the margin is $54 and we're currently 49% in profit, $24. Now, as I've decided to trade like a lunatic and the price is coming back down a little bit, I'm actually going to increase the leverage to the maximum, which is 125. Okay, 125, confirm that, and I'm just going to see what margin I can remove. Probably not a lot. $30. So I'm going to take $30 out of the trade. Okay, so you can see that pushes the liquidation price really, really close. But then with that other amount, I'm going to add it back into the trade. So I'm going to do that by picking a price out of the order book, going 100%, open long. Okay, and we'll see if that one fills. Now the version of QuadZilla that I'm using here is the one that's going to be released this week as the premium version, and to get that you'll need to be in the Telegram group. So please go over to savewithcrypto.org/TG, and that puts you in the announcement Telegram group. At the top of that there's a pinned message which tells you how to get into the Save with Crypto club, and that's where you need to be to get this for free. Okay, now what this adds to the indicator is this extra feature here, which draws that red retracement line here. Now what that means generally is, what we found is the price tends to come down here. That means it's, you know, the price is falling, then it retraces to about that level, and then it usually dumps again. Okay, so I think what I want to do at that price there is I want to take some profit. So 117777. So let's do that. So I'm going to do that by going close 117777, and I'm going to take what should we say, about a third off the table. Okay, so that will make $31. Not enormous, but better than nothing. So that you can see here, right? Just for safety's sake, I am actually going to get rid of that partial stop loss there, and I'm going to put an actual real full stop loss about there, just so that I don't lose any money. I'm trading this on BitUnix, and BitUnix, anybody can use it regardless of what country you're in, your age, or nothing like that seems to matter. As long as you've got an email address and a password, you can start trading straight away. The only countries that are excluded are China, Iran and North Korea. But for everybody else, just go to savewithcrypto.org/BitUnix, and there's always amazing offers when you sign up. Okay, so I'll let you know how this trade goes over in the Telegram group. I'll probably make another video, maybe later on today, possibly tomorrow, talking about it. And the new QuadZilla indicator is in the pipeline. I will try and get it done today. If it's not today, it will definitely be done over the weekend. So do make sure you're in the Telegram group. It looks like that order's about to get filled, so that's great. So what I will do is just push that stop loss up a little bit more, and I can just briefly show you what this looks like. And I'll probably use that for the thumbnail of this video. If you're on your phone, you can use this QR code here to sign up to BitUnix as well, and it is, in my mind, one of the easiest exchanges to use on the planet. If you like the sound of that, please do give the video a big fat like. Make sure you are subscribed and you've got the notifications set on all. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Did I say give the video a big fat like? Well, make sure you do that anyway. And above all, tell your friends.
I can't believe that Save with Crypto and MAF have chosen to make the quad rotation stochastic indicator in the United Kingdom rather than the United States. But they have clearly lost their minds because they are not even selling this great product. They are giving it away for free.
Okay, so we all know that Save with Crypto is the best YouTube channel on the planet, but it's not financial advice, right? So please do your own research and be responsible for your own actions. That way you will find that fairy tales will come true and we'll all become billionaires.